Good morning, Killer Bunnies, and here we are, the last 24 hours-ish before the Killer Bunnies revival. Not dead, just resting. So, instead of doing, I don't know, what I normally do, I guess, whatever that ends up translating into, I just want to take today to say, well, thank you, Creative Team Alpha, for what has come before this revival, and we look very much forward to what's about to come. I'm not all fans. Leave your own comments where you leave your comments. Okay, so let's look at the future. So I find one of the fun things about being a fan is the speculation, the I don't know, the questions. I know there's at least one tuber that I love watching who is very much into speculating about what's about to come, that kind of thing. And as a watcher, I like watching that kind of stuff. So, hey, I have a fandom of my own. Let's do some speculation. Let's ask some questions. I know I could ask Jeff, but part of being a fan is the not knowing, is just having the questions, the anticipation. Okay, let's get to it. So naturally, I feel like starting with Journey to Jupiter. Why is it the 20th anniversary when the Game Box and the Board Game Geek page all say 2008? It's just one of those things, you know? You know? I'm not losing sleep. It's just one of those things. And when we look on the Kickstarter page, we see Mr. B Games is listed as the fulfillment partner for the Jupiter Kickstarter. How did that start? What made you say, hey, this company's going to be good for Killer Bunnies, let's go with them? My understanding is from Playroom to Ultra Pro kind of just inherited everything Playroom had, so they got what they got and kind of treated it as, well, we just got what we got and let's see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and guess Mr. B is more of a, hey, I actively like what you're doing and believe in you and this project. Let's continue talking and making contracts and stuff. Mr. B Games is the Killer Bunnies publisher now, right? That's my question. Mr. B, when we talk about Killer Bunnies, anything that's Quest, Jupiter, and so forth, Mr. B, right? They don't. This isn't a license of just Jupiter. This is Killer Bunnies, right? So Quest. So I brought up Quest. Hey, what's going on there? Jeff, you had made a comment that this was the end of Zeta Zeta. So I'm thinking that moving forward, if Mr. B is the new publisher, even if not, whoever the new publisher is, I assume Mr. B, it's not just gonna be Mr. B printed on the bottom of the card in place of Playroom or Ultra Pro, right? There's gonna be more appreciative changes made. Not knowing what those are, of course. I'm just excited to see what that could be. Actually, what that will be, if that indeed is everything's accurate. Zeta Zeta has been around for 14 years, counting the 2009 Zeta printing to 2023, when the cake batter came out last year. So even if you say, well, 13 years, and then we rested until we came to the new publisher, well, that's 13 years and a rest. So 14 years, whatever. A new paradigm shift is exciting for fans of a thing. Killer Bunnies being the thing this time. Also, why the changes? Did fans, maybe one in particular, of course I'm not referring to myself, influence you in taking this new direction? So what about the Quest first generation? Uh, would it be a straightforward reprint like we've always seen, just with the new publisher name? Like, will there be a starter set of here's the blue and yellow starter deck again, and each booster will be its own pack again? My actual question being, there'll be no quest adventure of blue through violet coming again? Or what about a Gen 1 deluxe print with all the Gen 1 boosters again? Everyone wants to know about Kinder Bunnies. Well, not everyone, but you know, it's an important question. There was a time where a decision was made to create a conquest of the magic carrot. Is that gonna just stay like that? Will it have separate sets? Will that have a conquest adventure reprint? Will there be some third thing that I can't quite get my head around? And what about the rest of the second generation? We already have several Generation 2 sets printed. I kind of feel like those would just be reprinted, right? Maybe with minor changes, if that's indeed the case. And hey, the next sets that were announced to come out were, maybe still are, Radioactive Robots and Almond Crisp. If I remember correctly, the plan was to print and package them together as a single set, as well as the next two after that. And the next two after that? Is that still the plan? Was that still the plan in the first place? If I'm remembering wrong. But I know that some sets were going to be packaged together. Is that still the plan? At one point you had brought up a Kinder Bunnies 2. Is that still a thing? What about Killer Bunnies in the Ultimate Odyssey? Do you plan to continue that? And a long time ago, a Psychic Penguins in the Voyage Home was announced to have come out soon. I know for a lot of Bunnies fans, this game, a quasi fourth Bunnies game, not being printed felt like a kind of a blow. Is there a plan to get this game printed? Question mark? Also, I want a deck builder, but that's just me. Imagine a nice Killer Bunnies deck builder. And well, there you have it. For me, anyways, I am just one guy. What about you? What are you looking forward to? What are you stoked to learn the answers about? Leave your own comments and questions, because sometimes just the speculation is a part of the fun. And that's all this video is. That's all this was meant to be. So, thanks for joining me this time, and I don't know if I'll ever do this again. If so, cool. If not, yeah, I had fun. We'll see you on the next Monday Killer Bunnies video. The Kickstarter starts tomorrow. Let's go through that next week. Bye.